Hello students, welcome to our today's class, Maths Made Easy. Today I am going to show you all how do we solve real numbers simplification sums. Okay, so here in my previous video I have already explained you the basic principles, what we have to see while simplifying any equation, any given equation in the real numbers. Here we have to see whether we can arrange the given terms into like terms, and then we can add them, subtract them, and do the following operations in that given equation. So without wasting any more time, let's just see. So here I have written down question number 3rd of your problem set, question number 6. Here, as you can say, the first number over here is root 216. Now this square root of 216 can be written as 36 into 6. How do I know that? As you all must be knowing that 216 is 6 cube. If you find cube of the number 6, you get 216. So that 6 cube can be split into two pairs, like 36, which is 6 square, into 6. Next, 5 root 6, here I will not split because as it is I am getting root 6, then why will I do anything over here? Now regarding 294, as I don't know 294 will give me which particular pair, and in my previous video I have also discussed with you all that whenever you pair the numbers, whenever you are splitting and pairing it into two numbers, then one number out of the two should be a perfect square number. Alright, so let's see if we can get any perfect square number here. 294, as the last digit is 4, so as per the divisibility test, I'll start with 2. 2 1s are, 2 4s are 8, 2 7s are 14. Further, as you can see, the last digit is 7. Let's just add the digits and check if it is divisible by 3. 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 1 is 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. So I can divide 147 as well with 3. So 3 4s are 12, carry 2, 3 9s are 27. Yes students, we get a perfect square number over here, which is 49. So I can split 294 as 49 into 2 3s are 6. Okay, so once we write that, the last number is in a fraction form, that is 3 upon root 6. Never mind, what we are going to do with this particular fraction in the later on step is we are going to rationalize the denominator. Okay, now 36 can be written as 6 square into 6 minus 5 root 6 remains as it is, plus this can be written as 7 square into 6 minus 3 upon root 6. When we rationalize the denominator, we multiply the denominator twice, once here down in the denominator and then in numerator. Now this can be written as 6 root 6, because under the square root if you have any square, then that will come out as 6, that will come out as a rational number, minus 5 root 6 plus 7 root 6 minus 3 root 6 upon root 6 into root 6 is root 36, and root 36 is 6. So I will directly write it as 6. So in all I have got root 6 here, root 6 here, and root 6 here also over here. So I will just write this 6 minus 5 plus 7 and minus 3 upon 6 in one bracket, and I will keep this root 6 common outside the bracket. So when I solve this, I get 1 plus 7 minus 3 upon 6 root 6, which will give me 8 minus 3 upon 6 root 6. 3 upon 6 is 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, and this 2 and 8 will get cross multiplied. So 8 2s are 16 minus 1 the whole upon 2 root 6, and then finally what I get, 15 upon 2 root 6. That's my final answer. So this is how we simplify the given whole equation, and we get our final answer as 15 upon 2 root 6. Alright. Now let's just look at the next question, which is very similar to the previous one. Here we have got 4 root 12. Now here root 12 will have to split as 4 into 3. Why 4 into 3? As I told you, whenever you are splitting, please pay attention that one of the number in your pair should be a perfect square number. Minus 75 can be written as 25 into 3 minus, what can I do with 48? 48 is 16 into 3. Alright. So what I get is 4 multiplied by this 4, root 4 can be written as 2 square into 3 minus 25 can be written as 5 square into 3 minus 7. 16 can be written as 4 square into 3, which can further be written as 2 square will come out just as 2 root 3 minus 5 root 3 minus 7 into 4 square will come out as 4 root 3. 4 2s are 8 root 3 minus 5 root 3 minus 28 root 3. Now we write 8 minus 5 minus 28 together and root 3 will come out as a common number. 8 minus 5 is 3 and 3 minus 28 is minus 25 root 3. That's the answer for this one. So the next one, let's have a look at the fifth question, which is 2 root 48 minus root 75 minus 1 upon root 3. What do we do in this sum? Here, as you can see, again we have got 48. Just now we saw that root 48 can be split into 16 into 3 minus 75, same 25 into 3. And in my previous question video, I have explained you all that upon root 3, whenever you have an irrational number in the denominator, we simply rationalize it by multiplying with the same denominator up and down. So here I get 2, then we get 4 square into 3 minus 5 square into 3 minus root 3 upon 3, which is in other words we can also write it as 1 upon 3 root 3. So I get 2 into 4 root 3 minus 5 root 3 minus 1 upon 3 root 3. So I'll write 8 minus 5 minus 1 upon 3 together in one bracket and the root 3 comes out as common. So 8 minus 5 is 3 minus 1 upon 3. Now I am writing this upon 1 in order to so that you should understand that if we cross multiply over here, what we get is 9 minus 1 the whole upon 3 root 3. So finally I'll write it down over here now. What do we get finally is 9 minus 1 is 8 upon 3 root 3. So that's the final answer for this question. So as you can see, the few simple common things that you people need to remember in these type of questions is you always have to see if the numbers which are given under the square root sign, is it possible for us to split them? And when we have to split them, of course it is always possible to split them, but whenever you are splitting the numbers and you are finding out the pairs of that one single number into two, you always have to pay attention to one thing, that the one number of your pair should be a perfect square number and the other remaining number should be such a number which is an irrational number and which you should get throughout in all the terms. Like as you can see in this question, throughout in all the terms I got root 3 root 3 root 3, and in this question also in all the terms I got root 3 root 3 root 3. So all your efforts and all your focus should be to this, that you are able to get a perfect square number and one number which is an irrational number and which is throughout same in all the terms, which is common in all the terms. Okay students, so it is very simple. Just focus on these few things, these few rules rather, which you have to follow in each and every sums of simplification. Alright. Okay student, let's see what we have to do in rationalizing the fractions type of sums. As you can see over here, whenever I am saying rationalizing the denominator and all, means what exactly are we supposed to do? Because I am saying rationalizing the denominator, you will find an irrational term in each and every denominator over here in the sums which we are going to solve now. Now what are irrational numbers and rational numbers? Irrational numbers are simply those numbers when they are put under a square root sign, we cannot remove the square root sign. We cannot remove the square root sign, as in, what do I mean by that? I'll just give a simple example. Suppose if I write root 36, square root of 36, 36 being a perfect square number, square root of 36 is 6. But if I write root 6, can I simply remove that square root sign like that only? No, I cannot. Unless and until I multiply root 6 with itself, that is root 6, I won't be able to remove that square root sign. So when a particular number is under a root and we cannot simply just remove its square root sign because it is not a perfect square number, that's why such numbers we call it an irrational number. If you try to divide and find answer for square root 6, finding square root by division method, if you try to solve it like that, what you will be seeing over here is the division goes on and on and on, and there is no end to that division even after the decimal point and all. Such numbers are an irrational number. So the only way to rationalize them is to multiply them with itself. If you have root 5 in the denominator, you will multiply it with root 5 itself. If you have root 7, as you can see in this question over here, if you have root 7 over here, then you will simply multiply with root 7 only up and down. Why not 3? Because 3 is already rational. What is irrational over here is only root 7. So I will multiply up and down with root 7. Now what do we do over here? Here two terms are irrational. Root 3 is also irrational. Root 2 is also irrational. And on top of it there is a minus sign also. Nothing much. Here you just have to multiply the fraction with its conjugate. Now what conjugate means, you will understand that when I solve that particular question. Okay. So let's just first see the first question, 1 upon root 5. So when I rationalize 1 upon root 5, as I told, I have to multiply it with itself, means root 5 only. And I will write the reason by rationalizing the denominator like that. Okay. What am I doing over here? I am rationalizing the denominator. Okay, so I get root 5 upon 5, which can also be written as 1 upon root 5. How? 1 into root 5 is root 5 and root 5 into root 5 is 5. So which can be written as 1 upon root 5. Second question, same way, 2 upon 3 root 7, I will multiply with root 7 up and down, and you write the same reason for it. So I will get 2 root 7 as it is over here. 3 will remain as it is, and root 7 into root 7 will be 7. So I can write it as 2 upon 21 root 7. That's the final answer. Okay. It's very important to highlight your final answers always. Okay. Now next one is 1 upon root 3 minus root 2. How do I multiply this? What we'll do over here is, students, you will just simply multiply it with its conjugate up and down. Okay. So I will multiply with root 3 plus root 2 and root 3 plus root 2. So now you must have followed what I mean by conjugate. Conjugate means if there is minus already here in the question, I will write the same term root 3 root 2 only, but I will just change the sign in between. So root 3 plus root 2 as it is upon, this will be root 3 square minus root 2 square. Now root 3 plus root 2 remains as it is upon root 3 square is 3 minus root 2 square is 2. So root 3 plus root 2 again as it is, because I cannot add or subtract. Don't think that root 3 plus root 2 I should be writing root 5. You cannot think also like that. If you have seen my previous videos where I have very well in detail explained you all that root 3 plus root 2, because they are not like terms, root 3 plus root 2 will not become root 5, students. Because whenever we have to do addition and subtraction, we have to be very cautious and we have to see whether they are the same roots. Means root 3 plus root 3, yes, I can add. Root 3 plus 2 root 3, yes, I can add. Root 2 plus 5 root 2, yes, I can add, because root 2 root 2, root 3 root 3, they are like terms, that's why I can add. I can also subtract them, okay. But here, because they are not like terms, I cannot add them. I'll keep it as it is. So my final answer over here is root 3 plus root 2, that's it. Now where this 1 went, in the denominator if there is 1, it's okay if you don't write it. We have one more sum, let's do that. In the fourth question, same way, 1 upon 3 root 5 plus 2 root 2 is there. You just multiply 3 root 5 minus 2 root 2 up, 3 root 5 minus 2 root 2 down. Same thing I did, no? Here there was a plus sign. I just changed the sign and rest all things are remaining same. So 3 root 5 minus 2 root 2 will remain as it is. this 3 root 5 the whole square minus 2 root 2 the whole square. So 3 root 5 minus 2 root 2 will remain as it is. This 3 square is 9 and root 5 square is 5 minus 2 square is 4 and root 2 square is 2. So 3 root 5 minus 2 root 2, as you can see they are not like terms, so that will remain as it is. 9 5s are 45 minus 8. So we have got 3 root 5 minus 2 root 2 the whole upon 45 minus 8 is how much? 37. So that's my final answer. That's all. So here we finish with how to solve the simplification pattern of sums, how do we solve rationalizing pattern of sums. Okay, if you really find my video helpful, you all like it, then do not forget to share, subscribe my channel, and also please press a like button if you all really find it that useful. Thank you.